Hello, June 9th, Fremont Lee here. How you doing? I hope all is well with you. Having a good day, start of your day, end of your day. Whenever you happen to be watching this, I hope you are having a pleasant day, a good day. Hope all is well with you. Wanted to talk about a couple of movies today. I know previous video I only spoke of one. I actually mentioned about 12, but I actually discussed one where it was one big discussion of. Uh, First one is Big. This is the VHS tape of Big. Imagine that. I still have it. I also recently had the DVD, which I probably paid less for. uh, in Big, a little boy, Josh, wishes to be big. He wakes up, Tom Hanks. My favorite scene, of course, not the trampoline, the piano. I think most people enjoy that one. John Lovitz is in the movie. Kevin Meaney plays one of the ad execs in the meeting where they discuss the bugs, where they had a building that turned into a robot, or a robot was a building, whatever. It's like, I don't get it. Couldn't be something else? And then Kevin Meaney is the guy that says, so the bugs turn into, or the robots turn into bugs. It's like, yeah, they had a big, Robert Loggia. Yeah, Robert Loggia. Did a joke about that at work one day with a fellow coworker, and he did the Robert Loggia that was done on Family Guy, I believe, where it's like R as in Robert Loggia, O as in, oh my God, that's Robert Loggia. It was funnier when he did it than when I watched the clip of the show doing that. Funny thing about that, in most of the movies Robert Loggia has been in, his hair is dyed a different color because he was prematurely white, gray, or whatever you want to call it. I want to say he was in Scarface. I have Scarface. I've watched the first maybe 10, 15 minutes of it, and I was like, I have to go to work. Left for work. Haven't put it in since. Doesn't say on there. Usually, in some cases, they'll be like, we have this person, this movie. Yeah, it was a good movie. I liked it. The piano, heart and soul on the piano. Ding, 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 ding. I do a down, down, where Josh proves to his friend Billy, played by Jared Rushton, excuse me, that he is Billy, and it's like, that's me. I don't know what to do. It's like, it's a good movie. What was it? 1987. You'd think I would look these things up prior to. Oh, well, screw it. It's usually in very tiny writing, and I can't. Next movie is a Burt Reynolds movie, Hooper. VHS tape. I may have it on VHS. It is on VHS, dumbass. It may be on. I may have it on DVD, but I'm not sure. He plays a stuntman along with Jan Michael Vincent, who's a new guy in the stunt field, whatever. Sally Field plays Burt Reynolds' girlfriend in this. I'm not sure if they'd be able to remake that today. I almost want to. They're in the movie. They are filming stunts for a movie. I'd almost like to know. I'd almost like to see the movie they're making for that, because Adam West is the star of that movie. Burt Reynolds' character is doing the stunts for the Adam West character. James West. I screwed that up. James Best. Most people know as Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane from The Dukes of Hazzard. He plays one of the stuntmen also, along with Brian Keith. Brian Keith? Yeah, Brian Keith, who was Hardcastle, Judge Hardcastle on Hardcastle and McCormick TV series. That's going back for a lot of people that may not know what the hell that I'm talking about. Most of the time, people don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but that's all right. I know sometimes. Those four guys are no longer with us. Most recently, of course, I believe Jan Michael Vincent. Burt Reynolds, James West. I did it again. It's James Best. Adam West is no longer with us. Brian Keith, I believe, was the first of those five guys that are in this movie. He plays a stuntman, Burt Reynolds, and in the movie they do stunts. It's sort of a behind the scenes of stuff in the stunt world movies. I'm not sure how accurate that would be. They show clips from Burt Reynolds' earlier work. Tongue bangers. Give me a second. James Voight, I think, was in it. The River movie where the guy's Ned Beatty gets scream like a pig. Sure do have pretty teeth. Deliverance. It was Deliverance. They it was about four guys who would take a rafting trip, kayaking trip, whatever, canoeing, something, and they end up going through the rapids and stuff. But they show a clip from that when Burt Reynolds is bobbing down the water, going because it was supposed to be his stunt work that was in the movie as Sonny, the stuntman in the movie. Not sure they'd be able to remake it. Not sure they'd be able to redo Big. If they did, they would probably they'd probably do special effects to show him growing into the lead character. And they couldn't do how about robot that turns into bugs? It's been done. They'd have to come up with something new for that. I hope I don't get anything stuck in anybody's head from the sequel of this next one I'm going to talk about. Grease. I have it on DVD. Or if this were Fat Albert, what's a dividend? I don't know. I'm not asking you. Anyway, Grease. I'm not sure when I saw this at the movie theater or if they were replaying it one year. It says 1978. Um, I'd have been 7 or 8, depending on. I almost forgot. Fremont Lee here. Views and opinions expressed in this video are mine. Unless somebody were to pay me, and then I'd have to tell you, yeah, I'm being paid to say this. But I'm not being paid to say this. I'm not getting paid for. Anyway, if you haven't seen Grease, I don't know. New Girl, Square, Bookworm, whatever, Sandy uh, ends up staying in the town that I was going to say Sunny. Danny. It's close. Danny, Sunny. Not until I said something. Well, my apologies. Anyways, Danny and Sandy. Sandy. We're seeing each other over summer. Sandy ends up staying, going to school there, not knowing whatever. There was a scene where they're supposed to be flashing, or not flashing, mooning the camera. The three guys of the T-Birds. I've never actually seen it. I mean, it's been suggested that they actually do show their butts. I've never seen it. Every time I watch the movie, and it's like, I know everyone's dancing, whatever, and then it's like, and then they cut to the diner with the waitresses going, "Oh, I know that one." It's like, what? Because they're watching the dance on TV, which is being aired for some reason live. I don't know. It's not that it doesn't sound plausible. It just, I don't. It's I don't know. Then the big race with I want to say is Crater Face Balmuto, but that's not right. That was the sequel. Dennis C. Stewart, who played the rival gang in the drag race. He was in Grease. He also appeared in Grease 2 on the motorcycle. I want to say there were 8 people that were in. I mean, characters of. The dancers may have been the same from the first one, but I don't know. You figure Eve Arden, Didi Khan, Eugene, Eddie Deezen, Sid Caesar, Dodie Goodman, who were in this one, also appear in Grease 2. Mr. Spears from Grease 2 is Mr. Rudy something from Grease. He was one of the. Yeah, there was like, I want to say 8 people from Grease that appear in Grease 2. They were planning on doing. Now I don't know if Grease 2 was a sequel to Grease. They were going to do a Son of Grease as a third movie. I'd have said threequel, but that would have sounded silly. But they ended up like, because Grease 2 didn't fare too well. They changed it. I believe went to High School Musical, which ended up doing 4 movies, I think. I don't know. I didn't watch any of those. Fourth movie is Ruckus, starring Dirk Benedict, Linda Blair, Richard Farnsworth, and Ben Johnson. This was looking for a year. For the original release date. I want to say this came out before First Blood, which is the Rambo movie that everyone's like, oh yeah, Rambo. No, it's called First Blood. And then Rambo First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, 4. I think they're on 5 or 6, or Laugh Blood or whatever. I don't know. But Ruckus came out before that. Uh, 1980. Wasn't on the box. It was on the DVD itself. It was a good movie. It was almost a TV movie. I think it seemed like either that or just remember watching it on TV. I don't think it was actually released for TV, but it could have been. On this DVD, they have the audio commentary with the director, Max Clevin, and stars Dirk Benedict and Linda Blair. If you've ever seen Back to the Future Part 3, the bartender is in this movie. He doesn't play the bartender in this one. I can't. I'm glad that wasn't actually glass or anything. Ooh. Music by Willie Nelson and Hank Cochran. Matt Clark. That was the name, Matt Clark. He was the bartender in Back to the Future Part 3. Saloon keeper or whatever. Bartender. Same thing. He also... That might have been a different actor. That was a different actor. I can't remember. But it was a good movie. Ruckus. If you can find it. Because the character goes into this town because he's kind of wandering the United States because he's homeless and he's a little something right there because he ends up ordering a hamburger raw because the psychological mental trauma that he suffered from the war. Somebody picks on him or something. He ends up knocking the snot right out of him. Excuse me 1 second, please. Thank you. Sorry about that. Linda Blair, she was the little girl in The Exorcist. She was in the movie Leslie Nielsen called Repossessed, which had to do with being possessed. It was totally a comedy. She's done other stuff. I know she appeared in the slapstick movie Night Patrol with the guy who is the unknown comic, wearing the paper sack over his head and doing jokes like, "Hey, yeah, oh, slapstick," and it was slaps the stick. It was like, but that was his Gong Show thing. Anyone recognize? Anyone remember? Anyone know that one? Nope, just you. Okay. Starting to slouch. Sorry. there were, yeah. I was going to say Dick. Dirk Benedict was Face Man on the A Team television series. And if you watch the A Team movie, he makes an appearance at the end. Not, it's not that it's giving the movie away. Trust me, it's not giving the movie away. He makes an appearance at the end talking to the Face Man from the movie, Bradley Cooper, which Bradley Cooper's character's face asks, "So what's the secret? Got to take care of the face. Got to take care of the face." Then Dwight Schultz kind of like, "Da, da, 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 da." And I'm like, that it was a little over for me on that. It was like he's supposed to be the psychiatrist, and he's kind of like, I don't, psychiatrist. I don't know, whatever. I have another movie I had brought out, but Hollywood Homicide with an I. Harrison Ford, Slevin, Bad Dog, Josh Hartnett. Name's right there. You'd think I'd be able to read it. I don't know. Somehow they play partners in this movie. He's a wannabe actor. He's selling real estate. There's a scene where he's seeing a lady and he's wearing sunglasses, and there's a bad cop joke, and he eats a donut, which I'm not really sure. It wasn't a bad movie. I saw it at the movie theater. I also saw it on DVD. Who knows? Maybe the next time I do this, I'll do Grease 2. I'm kidding. Maybe. But no, yeah, there's like 8 actors from this that appear in Grease 2 in the sequel. I don't know if anybody appears in the High School Musical movies. I haven't seen them. I have no intention of seeing them. No, not really. Birthdays today, honestly, there were nobody that appeared in those movies. If they were further down the list out of the 1,134 that were listed for today, which is June 9th, 2020. If you happen to be watching this at some other time, hey, that was then. But right now, while I'm doing this, this is now. And that's not supposed to be the DX thing where never mind. Today, June 9th, Johnny Depp, Natalie Portman, Michael J. Fox, whose actual middle name is Anthony. Starts with an A. But in the Screen Actors Guild, there was already a Michael A. Fox, so he chose J. Why J? I don't know. But Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future, for those who weren't paying attention. Ooh, the Matt Clark Back to the Future Part 3 connection. That'd probably be. Anyway, writer Aaron Sorkin, Jackie Mason. Hey, Jackie Mason, what are you talking about? He was in Caddyshack 2. That was a terrible John Wayne. Gloria Rubin plays Krista on Mr. Robot, 2015 to 2019. Composer James Newton Howard and Dick Vitale. It's awesome, baby! That guy. The late Robert Cummings, who was in Dial M for Murder, 1954. Joe Santos, who was on the television series The Rockford Files from 1974 to 1980. He was also in The Last Boy Scout, 1991, with Bruce Willis. I want to say he played the officer who wanted to arrest the Bruce Willis character in that one for killing a senator, or no, it was killing a cop, which he was framed for. The late Taylor Negron was in that one, The Last Boy Scout. If you've ever seen it, that was a good movie too. Cole Porter. Ooh, Joe Santos was also Angelo Garepi on The Sopranos in 2004. So anybody who is not familiar with the Rockford Files or The Last Boy Scout, maybe you know him from The Sopranos. Cole Porter. Mario Donatone, who played Mosca in The Godfather Part 3 in 1990. And also Cardinal in John Wick Chapter 2, 2017. He appeared in like one or two other productions before his passing in 2020 or 19. I didn't write that down. Jackie Wilson, singer, Motown, born in Detroit. And Gail Neely. She was Milk of Magnesia commercials. She was Mama in Surf Nazis Must Die. I didn't write it down. I was going to, but I was like, if you're watching this, you're on the internet, you could look it up. Gail, Gail, Neely, Neely. She has appeared in things, a few things. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day. I'm hoping. See another comment. I can see. No, must have been the comment about the sequel. Sorry. Hey, at least I didn't start singing and dancing, going. My apologies. Yeah, Johnny Depp's birthday, Natalie Portman, June 9th, 2020. At this point in time, as I am recording this, if you're watching this at a later date, this was way back when. The main movie I wanted to talk about was Hooper. I don't know if they decided to do the television series The Fall Guy because this movie came out, or what. Or if it was a separate idea. Fall Guy starring Lee Majors, Heather Thomas. Yeah, Heather Thomas. Douglas Barr. Anyway, they are stunt people on that show and bounty hunters type of thing. I don't know why every show has to be like private detective or cop related something. I mean, NCIS, I get it. Law and Order, I get it. Then there's like all the doctor shows that come out. And if you've ever seen Scrubs, there was an episode where Dick Van Dyke, I think it was that one, and he's like something wrong, but he's a doctor, because Dick Van Dyke played Dr. Sloan with Scott Baio and something else, something at a hospital who helps his son who is a police officer solving cases, like a detective. Which, okay. Although I'm not putting those down. They were decent shows, programs to watch. A lot better than Big Brother. Like, hey, let's get a bunch of strangers to live in the same house and then rat on each other and go, duh, maybe they'll have sex. Maybe ratings. They're so cheap to freaking produce. And I'm like, okay. It's like, hey, let's do America's Got Talent. Isn't this just like Star Search? Huh? Judges saying, "Oh yeah, you guys go," and although I haven't actually been watching television for the last Paulie Perrette was still on NCIS. Trying to get a time frame of when the last time I watched. Um, let's see. Trump is coming up for re-election, or somebody else will be president. I don't know if there are commercials on television yet. For my point of reference, from when I last watched television, I did not see any commercials. I had not watched commercials for any nobody coming in going, and I approve this message. Great, whatever. So it probably been about 2 years before that. So I guess I'm going on 6 years not watching television. And I still don't like Survivor. A bunch of people stranded on an island, voting people off or whatever. And it's like, you guys just had a thing where you're like all together, and then you turn on a guy or a lady, whatever, and then kick them off. Whose Line Is It Anyway was a good show I like to watch. The American version. The British version, some of the jokes I didn't get because British humor, American humor, slight different nuances in that. I'm slouching again. Sorry. I just I've been watching clips on YouTube, scenes from a hat. Aisha Taylor took over when they brought the show back. I think I watched 2 episodes. Not even all of it. All of either one of them. I need to shave. Think about shaving this off. And I could. Anyway, hope you're having a good day. Please be kind to each other. You don't know what anyone else is going through. You're going through shit. They're going through shit. Could be the same shit. You don't know. Wonder what I'm going through. I know what I'm going through. Changes. No. Hope I don't owe David Bowie money. Or whoever owns the copyright to that song. Breakfast Club. That was according to Ali Sheedy, she went to John Hughes with that quote, which appears at the beginning of the movie, and then it shatters glass. And according to trivia, I don't know if that's true. Anyway, I'm over a half hour talking about 6 movies, 5 movies. That was movies, movies, not boobies. Um, well, specifically, I had 5 videos that I was talking about. I may have spoken about 20, and then a connection to this one, to that one, to that one, to this one, to this one, to that one. Oh, look back at this one. Um, Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, or are having a wonderful day, or maybe tomorrow will be your better day. Take care. God bless.